Assalamualaikum and hi everyone. We are students of University Tun Hussein of Malaysia, making a video about C++ coding that we made as our computer programming project. We are from group 2 presenting a C++ program about a car rental system. Let's start off with introducing each of the members of the group. My name is Muhammad Aidil Safwan bin Abdul Aziz. This is Muhammad Arif bin Mat Nazri. Next to him is Nick Muhammad Mushib bin Muhammad Rizman and Jan Eldri Januar. We are students under the course of Computer Programming BNJ 20802 from Section 1. Now that you have already known our names, let's move on to the next part, which is the introduction. For us, computer programming is a very interesting course as we learn to make a program that can help solving a vast variety of problems. It just requires us to make the right coding that can be read by the programming software used, and it will solve it. There are a few numbers of programming languages. For an example, C, C++, Python, with each of them has its own coding method. In this project, we use the language C++ and a software called CodeBlock as the programming software, as it was recommended by our lecturer. After having a discussion, we had decided to make a programming about car rental system which can benefit the one who provides the car and also the customer. The purpose of this program is increasing the efficiency in recording the car rental time for the one who provide the service. Next is to help the customer acknowledge the total cost needed to pay according to the rental duration. Lastly, to make the engine of the car used to be always in great state. With this information, we then identify the input and the output of the program. For the input of the program, the customer will need to enter their personal details and whether or not they have a driving license. Then they will choose the type of cars they wanted to rent. After that, they will need to enter how long they want to use the cars and also the approximate distance they want to go. For the output, they will be given a list of cars according to the type of cars that they had chosen. With the information gathered, the program will calculate and display the total cost according to the duration and also state whether it is suitable for them to go to certain distance according to the duration of their rental time.
Hello, my name is Jan Eldri Januar and I will be presenting the flowchart for our project, the car rental system for the subject of computer programming. So, for not further ado, let's get to it. So, this is our flowchart for our programming, that is the car rental system. As you can see in the flowchart, there are several steps for the program must follow. First of all, the program must ask the detail of the customer, such as names, IC numbers, matrix numbers, telephone numbers, and so on. After that, the program will ask if the customer has license or not. If the customer do not have any license, the program directly asks the customer to take his or her license first and then end the program. But if the customer has a license, the program directly take the customer to the next program, that is to select a car. So after the customer select a car for rent, the program will then ask the time and distance duration for the customer to rent a car. After getting the duration and time, the program will calculate how much amount to pay for a car to be rent. If the customer need to add more time and duration, the customer can go back to the distance and duration, and again the program will calculate the amount to pay for a car to rent, and then the customer will have the details of amount of paying of a car when during renting the car. After that, the program will end itself. So for the conclusion, this program will help everything the customer needed and give a specific amount of paying for the customer. So that's all from me. Thank you.
Okay, next I am going to explain to you about the coding of our program. Firstly, we must to write #include IOString because the program will not compile unless we put this line. And then this header defines several general purpose functions, include dynamic memory management, random number generation, communication with the environment, integer arithmetic, searching, sorting and converting. And next, we use integer main, which means that our function need to return some integer at the end of the program. Okay, for the first, in the body function, we insert system color F5, which means used to make our output more pleasing to the eye. Next line, we use character name 1000 to insert character with the spaces. The 1000 means the limit of the size of the character. And then next line, which is string, was used to store text inside the body function. Then we use cout and cin to make the program display certain text and also store information given by the customer. Next, we use if selection when asking about the customer license. If stated other than yes, the program will display please take your license first, thus ending the program. If yes, the program will clear the screen as it reads system CLS. Then, switch selection were mainly used for the program to decide the condition where the customer stated earlier in the program. Basically, in this program has two big cases, which these two cases is a function that denotes some body function inside. The program also has used the sub-switch selection in each two void type. The case type 1 and the case for the type 2 are different in only their seated car, which means the seated car will also implies the suitable car use. For the general explanation of the case from type 1 and type 2, I can simplify that. Firstly, the program will ask customer by cout the display, please select preferred car, and then the program will have system pause before it read the car screen from system CLS. If customer insert a number which not in range for the car selection, the program will declare it as default, and then the program will read go to cars, which it will then read the line which contain the line's car. Okay, then the program will cout for the if or else selection to ask customer their duration and distance. This is to make sure that the customer to alert about the good usage of the car. Then before to proceed with the body function of if or else selection, the program had to declare engine with an arithmetic formula, which is 5 times with decrement of g or duration value before the evaluation, and then add with 100. If the condition of the engine lower than h or distant, it will be compatible to run the car, but if the condition is opposed, the program will give an instruction which is please enter higher duration to achieve desired distance. Then the screen will appear to be please enter any key number to continue the program when it reads system pause. After that, program will detect the system CLS, which to clear the previous program, and will continue with the previous program of duration when the program read go to duration. And after that, when the system all the program is done, the customer will have their car and proceed with their objective. Okay, thank you. Okay, for the next result, customer with driving license, the program will be appear to welcome to our car rental service. Please fill out these details, and then the program will appear. Please enter your name, the customer names, IC number, the customer IC numbers, matric numbers, phone number, date, pickup time, and license. If the license is yes, then the program will continue with the options. Please select type of car, which is type 1 and type 2. Okay, if type 1 we have a 4-seated car, for the type 2 we have 6-seated car, which is different in the type of car. And then for the option 1 we have Saga, Azimuth, Kancil, and Myvi, with different transmission of each of them. And for the option 2 we have Azza, Avanza, Izora, and Estima, which is all of auto. And then the car also have their number plate. Okay, for the result for option 1, the program will appear you has selected Azimuth with pedal shift WD5102. Okay, this is for the full information about the car. And then when the customer insert their duration and distance with the if the duration and distance are compatible, the program will appear the total price. If it not, the program will give an instruction of your inserted distance is not compatible with the duration you paid to use the car, thus it can damage the engine of our cars. Please enter higher duration to achieve desired distance. Please press any key to continue. And then this instruction was applied to both options when the distance is not suitable with the inserted duration. Okay, when there also the result for customer without the driving license. The header is still the same. Welcome to our car rental service. Please fill up these details. Please enter your name, IC numbers, matric numbers, phone numbers, date, pickup time, license. If the customer have no license, and then the program will not run until the customer have their driving license. Okay.